Hello friends, this video on light reflection and refraction part 10 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 9 before going ahead with part 10. Let us now talk about mirror equation. What is mirror equation? It is an equation which relates image distance with object distance and focal length. That means as you have seen before also, that as the distance of the object changes, the position of the image also changes, right? So that means there has to be a relationship between the image distance, object distance and the focal length. So as the focal length of the focal length of the mirror changes, or the distance of the object changes, your image will also change its position. So this is the relationship which connects all these three. Now, as a matter of convention, we denote image distance by V, object distance by U, and focal length as F, right? So what is my mirror equation? The mirror equation goes something like this. It says that 1 by U plus 1 by V is equal to 1 by F. So this is the mirror equation which relates the image distance with object distance and focal length. Now let us try to prove this mirror equation mathematically. How did we get this mirror equation? So let us consider a concave mirror here, and let us consider any object. Let us suppose we have any arbitrary position we have considered for now. Let us suppose we have some object AB. Now let us try to plot the ray diagram and try to plot its image. So let us suppose this is a ray which goes parallel to the principal axis. After reflection, it will pass through the principal focus. There is another ray which passes through the center of curvature, and after reflection, it goes back along the same path. Let us suppose I apply another rule. It falls obliquely towards the pole, and therefore it goes back obliquely as well. So all these three rays, they meet up at this point, and therefore we get a real inverted image here. So this B dash A dash is a real and inverted image which we get. So now if we look at this diagram and if we consider these triangles, now first of all let me name things here. This is A, this is B. Let me call this as M, and this is already A dash B dash F and triangle MPF. So this is MPF, this triangle, and this is A dash B dash F. So if you compare these two triangles, you have vertically opposite angles. You have this as 90 degree and these as 90 degree. So we can say that since all the angles of these two triangles are similar, so you can say that triangles A dash B dash F and triangles A MPF are similar triangles. Now by property of similar triangles, we can say that B dash A dash divided by PM, that means B dash A dash divided by PM will be equal to B dash F divided by FP. You can draw these two triangles separately. It is somewhat like this. This is B dash, this is A dash, this is F, this is M, and this is P. So you can say that B dash A dash by MP or PM is equal to B dash F divided by FP. That is by property of similar triangles, right? So this we can write it as B dash A dash divided by PM. Now what is PM? PM is nothing but AB. If you look at this diagram, the length AB is same as PM. So you can write it as B dash A dash divided by AB is equal to B dash F divided by FP. So let me call this equation as equation 1, right? Now looking at this diagram, we can say that the angle, this angle and this angle will remain the same. Here I have not drawn it very nicely. The oblique angle with the pole will be equal to this angle with which it is getting reflected. That means if this angle is angle 1, this angle is angle 2, then angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So therefore we can say that triangles ABP So ABP will be similar to triangle A-B-P. So here also let me draw these two triangles separately. Let us suppose this is triangle ABP. This is my angle 1. So this will make an angle with P. And there is another triangle like this, and this is B dash, this is A dash, and this is angle 2, right? This is how I have drawn it separately. So if you compare these two triangles and these two angles are similar, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, so these angles will also be equal. So by AAA similarity, these two triangles will also be similar. Therefore, by property of similarity in this case also, we can say that AB divided by B dash A dash is equal to PB divided by PB dash. So let me call this equation as equation 2. So if you compare equation 1 and equation 2, you see that the right hand side has got similar values, right? So we can say that from equation 1 and equation 2, we can say B dash F divided by FP is equal to PB dash divided by PB. Now from this we can see, see that if you look at this figure, you can see that B dash F, what is B dash F? This is B dash F. What is B dash F? It is nothing but PB dash minus PF, right? We can say that since B dash F is equal to PB dash minus PF. So if we substitute this value, we get PB dash minus PF divided by PF is equal to PB dash divided by PB. Right? Now if you look at the figure, what is my object distance? Object distance is the distance at which the object is located. The object is located at this distance. So the distance PB is the object distance. Image is formed at B dash. So the distance PB dash is the image distance. So the object distance is PB, which is denoted by U. And what would be the sign? The sign would be negative because it is towards the left hand side of the pole. What would be the image distance? Now what is the image distance? The image distance, as I mentioned, is PB dash, which is denoted by V with a negative sign, because as per the sign convention rules, both U and V are on the left hand side of the pole, right? And what is PF? PF is nothing but the focal length, which is F. That is also negative because it also falls on the left hand side of the pole. Now putting these values in this equation, we get minus V plus F divided by minus F is equal to minus V by minus U. So this becomes V minus F divided by F is equal to V by U. So we get V by F minus 1 is equal to V by U. Now dividing this entire equation by V. So dividing the entire equation by V on both left hand side and right hand side. What do we get? We get 1 by F minus 1 by V is equal to 1 by U. Or we can write it as 1 by U plus 1 by V is equal to 1 by F. So this equation relates the image distance, object distance and the focal length of the mirror. Now these derivations might not be very important from your examination point of view, but I derived it just to make you understand that how did we get these expressions, right? Because it doesn't make any point to memorize things without knowing its origin. Okay, so now we have shown the mirror equation for concave mirrors. Now let us have a comparison of the mirror equation for concave mirror and convex mirror. However, the mirror equation which I mentioned just now is a generalized mirror equation which will hold true for both concave and convex mirror, provided you consider the sign convention while putting values for u, v and f, right? But now I'll show you, if for concave mirror you wrote 1 by v plus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f, considering sign convention, what will be the mirror equation for a convex mirror? What will happen in case of a convex mirror? If I assume the object to be some object, say AB, how would the ray diagram look like? Any ray of light parallel to principal axis after reflection will appear to pass through this principal focus. Another ray of light which falls obliquely to pole gets reflected obliquely. So these two rays meet virtually at some point like this. So an image A dash B dash is formed. So in this case, where is my focal length? My focal length is PF. So in this case, PF is equal to F positive. In this case, what is my image distance? That is PB. So in this case, PB is equal to U in negative because it is on the left side of the pole. What about the image distance? It is PB dash, which is V positive, right? In concave mirror, U, V, F, everything was negative. But in case of convex mirror, here you see that image and focal length, they are on the right hand side of pole, so they are positive. So if you put these values in the equation in our previous slide, that is, if you put all these values in this equation which I had mentioned, let me call this equation as equation A, then what happens? So equation A becomes, if you put these values in equation A, it becomes V minus F divided by F is equal to plus V divided by minus U. So when you solve this and then again you get V by F minus 1 is equal to minus V by U. So dividing throughout by V, you get 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. So considering the sign convention for a convex mirror, you see that the mirror equation carries a negative sign with U. However, while solving problems, do not confuse yourself with different formula. You consider this equation as the generalized equation for mirror equation. Doesn't matter whether the mirror is a concave or convex mirror, but while putting the values of U, V and F, you incorporate sign convention. That means if it is a concave mirror, take V as negative. If it is a convex mirror, take V as positive, and so on. You will understand that clearly when we will go ahead and solve some problems as well. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.